Another quadratic equation. How do we know? Highest power of the variable is 2. Anytime the highest power of the variable is 2, that's a quadratic equation. The method we have available now to solve quadratic equations is factoring. This is a binomial to be factored. It is in standard form because we have the two terms of the binomial on one side of the equation, 0 on the other side. We can begin our factoring process. Look for a common factor. 16 and 49 don't share a common factor. There's no common factor we can divide out. Remember, when it comes to factoring a binomial, other than factoring out a common factor, the binomial would need to be that special one, the difference of squares. Well, it is a difference. It's a subtraction. That's good. Well, let's go over and use our method of filling in the skeleton to see if we have the difference of squares. Remember, we ask ourselves the question, what can I square that will make 16x squared? And that would be 4x, wouldn't it? 4x times 4x makes 16x squared. What can I square that would make 49? That would be 7. 7 times 7 is 49. We have the difference of two squares. Remember how that factors. One addition, one subtraction in the binomials. The first position of each binomial is this quantity that was being squared, 4x. The second position of each binomial is this quantity that was being squared, the 7. We have our factorization of that binomial. Now we need to analyze these two binomial factors to see what value of x could make either this quantity become 0 or this quantity become 0. This is an example, again, of one of those complex ones, where we create a new linear equation to solve for what could we put in for x that would make this quantity become 0. Let's form that equation and solve it, and that's how we'll be able to answer that. We'll subtract 7 from both sides, and then divide both sides by 4. So our first solution is x equals negative 7/4. Do the same thing here. Take this binomial factor, set it equal to 0, and solve for x. And our other solution is x could be positive 7/4. And both of those solutions would make one of these factors become 0, which would make the entire product 0, which gives us a solution.